So I finally decided that I wanted to start recording videos about the things that I go through out here on the road. Um, of course, it's going to be called Fat Girls That Rule, because I'm a fat girl that rules, of course. So this will be maybe 10 to 15 minutes of me talking about what's going on during the day. It'll be food critiquing. It's a lot of different restaurants out here. I'll be talking about some of the things I go through, but one of the most important things that I think I want to talk about is how to get into driving a truck. A lot of people have expressed their interest in wanting to drive a truck, and they're just nervous or scared to do so. And so I'm going to try to take some of the fear out of that. I'm going to walk you step by step through some of the things that we have to do in the mornings, and some, maybe sometimes I'll take you on a little tour with me when we go into a shipper, which is where you pick up your merchandise, and I'll let you come with me to the consignee, which is where you drop off your merchandise. And in between that, it'll be just some funny anecdotes. I might do some cooking videos when I go home to Spartanburg, but it's gonna be fun. I think that the videos that I did were well received when I did them live, but they were so jumbled up and mixed with so many different things. I'm going to try to streamline my thoughts and say all the things that I want to say in a more calm manner. I was grateful to get someone to help me edit my videos today, and hopefully we'll be able to get some of these chins erased, maybe at least one. So we'll see how that goes and how that works out. But I think it's going to be fun. I hope you guys have fun. I hope that people tune in, and I hope that it's interesting, and I hope that you contact me either through YouTube or whatever, because I'll be checking my my comments and all of that, and I'll be answering back. Because one thing about driving a truck, it's really interesting. I have a lot of fun, but the thing about it is, if you don't know who you are as a person, if you're not comfortable with yourself as a person, this is not the job for you. If you don't know who you are and you're not comfortable when you're being by yourself and not being on your phone all the time and not having somebody to talk to all the time, you're gonna be lost. You're not gonna like it. You're gonna hate it, and you're not gonna stay out here long. You have to know who you are. You have to have, I don't care what faith you belong to, I don't care what religion you belong to, you have to have some kind of spiritual guidance, because it will wear on your mind. Because when you're by yourself, your mind can come up with some crazy stuff. I'm going to be telling y'all some of the stuff that my mind comes up with, and it might scare you a little bit, and you'll probably be glad I'm out on the road and not sitting at your kitchen table. But it's a great job. The money is really good once you get into it, but getting into it is harder than actually when you get the job. That, you know what I'm saying? So getting into it and getting motivated to push yourself, because this kind of job, there is no supervisor. There is no one on you over your shoulder. When you first come out and you get with the company, they'll be on you because you're new, and they'll make you feel like all companies are like that. The first company I was with, I'm not going to name it, but the first company I was with, they told me, "Why leave? Why are you leaving our company? All companies are alike." And my response to them was, if all companies were alike, your turnover rate would not be the way it is. So it's a good business to go into. It's a great job. It is a good opportunity, especially now for women, because I'm not saying that women can't drive stick shift. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that a lot of younger people who are getting into it, along with a lot of women who are into it, do not want to learn how to drive stick, and it scares them a little bit. I drive stick personally. I love driving stick shift. When I had an automatic, I hated it. I hated it because it shifts gears when it thinks it needs to shift gear, not when you want to shift gear. So, but most trucks now I think after 2017 or 2018, you can correct me on that in the comments or whatever. But on both of those, between like 2017 and 2018, all trucks are now being made automatic. So most companies are switching their old trucks out and going to automatic, and the new company that I'm with now is actually buying those trucks and using those trucks. Personally, I think that automatics have more trouble because you're pushing it to go faster than it wants to go, and it's crazy. So that's one of the things that we'll be talking about. And if it wasn't raining, I would show you some of the things that are going on around the truck and all that. But we have time for all of that. We have plenty of time. We have time to eat all the food we want, talk all the trash we want. There will be trash talking. I'm going to warn you now, there will be plenty of trash talking. So, yeah, get ready for that one. But we'll try to keep it clean, depending on who's watching. And but I got a mouth on me, and those of you who know me know I got one, but those of you who don't, I guess you'll find out. I'm not a mean person, but I'm pretty straight to the point and flat-footed. I learned that from my godmothers, all of them. And so we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking a lot about food and nutrition. We'll actually be talking about CBD and the benefits of that, because I'm getting into that too. And we'll be talking about just life in general. I was diagnosed years ago with bipolar disorder, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about those things and some of the things that you have to deal with out here, and we'll talk about black folks and mental issues. And a lot of people on their pages talk about it and deal with it because it's a serious issue, and even though it's 2019, people in the African American community still have a problem with wanting to go to therapy and talk about whatever's going on, because we have always been a people here in America. We're not talking about coming from the motherland. We're talking about here, where secrets were. There's something that we always kept because we wanted everybody to think that we were okay. You know what I'm saying? You could be hungry, but nobody know, and then you wondering why nobody don't help you get no. Okay, that's what I'm saying about. I have to get my thoughts together because I'll wander off into Never Land. But I'm back. So we'll be talking about that, and we'll talk about. I'm older now, so there are a lot of things going on in my body that I didn't know was supposed to go on. So I'm Googling stuff. I have a friend. Her name is Kim. I'm not going to say her last name because she may not want to be on here, and she tells me all the time, stop self-diagnosing yourself. MedMD is the devil. Do not go, you will be, everything that's on there, you'll have it. But it's things that happen in your body once you reach 50 or so, and I want to talk about it. I want to know if other people are dealing with the things that I'm dealing with. And we'll talk about trying to have a relationship while you're out here, which is very hard, it really is very hard. But I'm trying to keep this video at about 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm trying not to ramble, but I'm just letting you know some of the things that we'll be talking about. You'll be with me on my hair color journey. I love this color right here, but I'm thinking about going red. But I'm also thinking about just going that gray and black, but my hairstylist is up in arms on that one. And we'll talk about my nails. I'll give you the name of my nail tech in Charleston. The longest I've traveled is 1,800 miles to get back home to get my nails done. I'm out here 3 weeks at a time, and I have never had a nail break. And only once, when she was trying this new product, did one of my stones fell out, and I had stones on every finger. So once I talk to her and see if it's okay to give you her name, which I'm sure it is, we'll be talking about my nails and all that stuff. I love nails. I love lashes and all that stuff. And I travel home to get it done. I travel back to Charleston because when you find somebody good, and when you find somebody that looks like you, that's good, you want to keep that person. So we'll be talking about all of that stuff. We'll touch on religion, but it'll be very, very sparse on religion because I don't debate God. he's been speaking for himself from the beginning of time. He don't need my help. He don't need no help from me, and I don't plan on giving him no help. But I do. Being spiritual is a part of who I am, and so every now and then it'll pop up. When it does, when I start crying, honey, don't worry about it, because the people who know me know that I am a big old baby. As much trash as I talk, I'm a boo-hoo. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about relationships with siblings and relationships with parents. I did daycare for 25 years, so we'll be talking a lot about some of the things that kids are going through in school with learning, especially learning how to read and learning how to grasp this new math concept that is, in my opinion, is just my opinion. In my opinion, is just meant to keep brown children of any hue of brown in the lower register of their classes. That's just my personal opinion. Because when I taught daycare, I taught 3-year-olds. My 3-year-olds were, and my parents, if any of my daycare parents want to get on here, they'll tell you, my 3-year-olds were reading, they were doing simple basic math, and they were memorizing Bible verses and skits and all kind of stuff. So there's no reason why our children, once they get out of daycare and go into school and go into high school, there's no reason why they're not learning. Well, you know what? I take that back. There is a reason why they're not learning. Because a lot of teachers are not motivated because they're not getting paid enough. And it's not because they want more money like that. It's because that money that they are getting, they're using the money to fund their own classrooms. It is the weirdest, which is one reason why I didn't go into education, because it became so much paperwork. I barely had time to spend with my kids in the classroom, so I got out of that and went into administration or whatever. And so then we'll talk about why I went into truck driving, and about life-changing decisions and how hard they are. Did I mention we was going to talk about food? I'll probably mention that 2 or 3 more times in the next 3 minutes, because we will be talking about food. I'll take you in some of the restaurants that I go in when I go, and you can and we'll talk about the food and things like that. And in my last 2 minutes, and we'll talk about the the real racial tension that goes on that's in this country. And it's not only racial tension, it is also sexism and how men treat women in everyday life. I'm not talking about just not opening your door. I'm talking about how men treat women like property, or like an afterthought. And out here it's very blatant, because I'm in a field that's supposedly supposed to be for men. And some of the things that I encounter with these men is crazy. It'll blow your mind that men actually talk to women that way. And if you allow them to, they'll continue to do it. I stop it before it get bad. I nip it in the bud before you even listen. I nip it in the bud before you get your first 2 sentences out. I was an English major, and I love words, and I got some for anybody who come at me. So, but it's a good job. It's a good job. The money's good. Traveling, you meet new people. I've met some of the best people I've ever met in my life walking across the street to a restaurant, just meeting and talking to people. So my time is running up, and it's all I wanted to say. I'm going to try to do videos every day. I was advised to put out a video every week, and we'll pick which day that'll be. But join me on my journey, because I think that it's a good one. I'm happy. I feel good about where I'm at in my life. I don't have everything I want. I don't have everything I need. I think I need, but I'm alive. God loves me, and ain't nothing nobody can do about it. How about that? I love you too, ain't nothing you can do about that either. So join me on this journey, and we'll talk some more. The visuals and all that will get much better once the guy I have who's editing, once he gets a hold of it. But other than that, that's what we're going to do. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you like it. If you do, let me know. If you don't, let me know that too. So Good night.